Oh, finally. Ha ha. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah! Oh, we did it! Urgh. Okay. So, welcome back. Sorry, I just like tried to run the stream 3 or 4 times and it wasn't quite working, but I guess it's working now. So, I'm going to be continuing work on this freelance piece. If you guys have been watching for the last couple times, you know we've been like kind of slowly chunking through it. This is a environment painting, so nothing too crazy. Ooh. Oh no. Nothing too crazy, but fun stuff. And hello everyone in the chat. Hello, Artsy Media, or Artist Media, sorry, and Peter Mooney. How you guys doing? I kind of want to grab my headphones so I can listen to some music, because apparently when my computer pipes music through my headphones, it gets played really loudly in the live stream, which is really weird. I still need to fix that audio thing, but I always forget. So I'll be right back. I'm just going to grab my headphones. Don't go anywhere! Alright! Oh, thanks guys. I'm glad you liked the page. For those of you who are watching who don't know, I have a new page on Facebook called Critical Hit. You should check it out. It's really cool. It's pretty much a site where you can go and get free critiques and give free critiques on art. And negativity. Actually, I haven't really run into any yet, but the idea being that it's a safe place to give critiques, and you'll be receiving only constructive critiques and no kind of just "you suck, die in a fire" type stuff, because really that doesn't help anybody. Okay, so I got my tunes. Live stream's working. You can see me. So let's get painting. So first off, I want to look at some more reference, because reference is important. But also, I don't like how this little city hills coming out. It looks wrong. So I'm going to look at some reference for, I think it'd be Athens or Rome. So this is why travel is good too, because you get to see stuff like that. In Poison, I think I kind of want Athens more though. Oh, sorry, it's my robot. So, oh yeah, oh, I need to go back to Rome. So Rome is super sexy. If you haven't been there, I would recommend it. It's awesome. It's amazing seeing these ancient structures sort of mixed in with modern stuff. So let's try hills. Oh, fingers work, please. Aha! Okay. So I kind of want to get this sort of effect going on. Sort of like these just jutting in hills. So I'm going to put this on this screen so I can use it as reference. And let's see if I can fix this, because I want it to be the best. I don't know what this layer did. Oh, hello. You did all the things. Okay, so we've got a bit of a cityscape going right now, but I kind of want to try that thing we were just talking about. I don't know if it's necessary. Maybe I'll just kind of chop some of this out. Actually, that kind of works. Yeah, cool. Hey, Axon PL. I never know if I'm pronouncing these right. There's some like crazy way to pronounce them. So you're like, no, it's Axon PL, or whatever, or some other thing that I messed up. Welcome to the chat. Alright. Oh, so for people who have been in the critical hit group, you can see the perspective lines that I'm using are here. And the way I created them was I used a little program called Carapace, which you can get offline via brain is failing me. Epic Games releases this little Carapace plugin that you can use. It's a standalone program, but what happens is you just take a screenshot or you copy and paste what you're working on, bring it to Carapace, paste it, and you can drop and move your perspective lines and your vanishing points. So it's very useful. And actually, I had some ideas that I wanted to try out. So I can't get, like, I don't know if anyone here has seen Fully Cooley, which is an anime, but I kind of want to try like having steam coming out of the pyramids, just kind of like. So I'm gonna see if I can find some reference for that. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Daddy likes. Okay, so I found some cool Steam reference. So I'm gonna try to paint this in. Okay, so let's try to paint some steam. So my idea is kind of that these pyramids are not only kind of beautiful, but they're also somewhat functional, and there's some sort of, I don't know, either energy system or something crazy. Actually, this is on its own layer. So they're just kind of like billowing out clouds of steam. And no, this isn't in the brief or the contract or anything. It's just this idea I have that I think's kind of cool. Sometimes it's fun to let your imagination go wild. I just want to make sure that those three pillars aren't totally wiped out. So I'm doing this all on a normal layer. No crazy layer blending modes or effects being used, just basic stylus and normal layer. Oh my god, my nose is itchy. So I had a super meta dream last night. I had a dream that I was at a hotel and I ran into a bunch of monsters from video games, and they weren't from any like specific video game. They're just sort of imagined bug type monster creatures. But it was kind of sad because they had very low self-esteem. And one of them that I talked to was like, "No one's gonna think I'm scary." And I was like, "Oh no, you're totally scary. You're like a bug monster." And they're like, "Yeah, you just squash bug monsters." And I was like, "No." And like, to be fair, he was like, 5 feet, 6 feet tall, like heavily armored monster, but he was feeling bad about himself. So I had to give him a little pep talk. And also, I'm pretty sure he was immediately killed after. Like, he was like, okay, and just, like, shot to shit. But I tried. Ah, no, stop. Oh, nice. 21 viewers. Starting to slow build up. I like it. So out of curiosity, who here is in the critique group? Because this has been absorbing my focus for the past couple days or week or whatever it's been now. Wait for the lag. Oh, that's one. uh, Actually, I heard there's a way to see who's watching right now. Oh, now I can see who's watching. Ah! Interesting. So before I didn't realize there was a way to look at the viewers list until like last session when I accidentally clicked the button. But now I know who's lurking, which is sort of empowering, because before it was always just like this room of 30 people and no one was talking. Peter Mooney, you are hardly lurking. Ah, my nose. Sorry in advance for the sniffles. Oh, also, I did see Guardians of the Galaxy yesterday. It was awesome. I think it was really good. That was cool. So, if you haven't seen it, you should go see it, because it was good. What's with the rectangles? Are you talking about these guys? These are, not to help plot out perspective, though they do help. They're sort of just like a grid work for, like future building sites and stuff. In this case, they're sort of supposed to be like public yards or assembly grounds. Or maybe I'll throw some ships in there and have it be a docking area or a landing area. Hey, Flecka. About these. See, I don't like when they just drop them, which is nice. I almost feel like it's better without the shadows and highlights. Oh god! Turn off the pixel blind. Jeez. Hey, what's up, Will Star? So you can see I'm using a little bit of a smudge tool here. That's a bit better. I think I'm gonna decrease this a little bit. Cool. Now we can do some fun stuff like we can just sort of put some of these in here and just hint that these pyramids are doing their own sort of wispy wisps. I like it. All right, let's do some clouds, shall we? Or actually, you know what? No, let's work on that. Let's work on the city a bit. So you can see I'm kicking in my perspective lines again, and we're going to keep the city super loose because we've got a lot of city to do. Oh, also, of course, if you are enjoying the live stream, please make sure to share it. Go on your Facebook or your Twitter or your Google Plus account or whatever, and make sure to share a link so that other people can come and watch too. And of course, if you have any questions about digital painting or whatnot, freelancing, working in the game industry, or illustration publishing industries, feel free to ask, because I might be able to help you answer those questions. Nice. Some of this I'm sort of loosely basing off kind of like U District in Seattle, where there are these kind of like buildings that are on little hills, and they just kind of rise up amongst this just sort of ocean of smaller houses and buildings. So these are what the... That's who the workers are. Anyway, I guess I'll talk about something so there's no dead air. Haha, too late. But, so I'm thinking about working on a graphic novel. And I've got some ideas. but I was wondering if you guys had anything in particular that you were interested in or think would be cool to see that you haven't really seen before. And of course, I'm going to say there are no dumb answers, but there are dumb answers, so. Sandstorm from Darude. Graphic novel? I don't get it. Sounds like a winner. Sure. uh. Though I think I would be the biggest boss of all time if I could make a graphic novel in the style of Darude's Sandstorm and have it be successful. I'm not really sure what that means or how that would work, but noir stories. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards some Call of Cthulhu-y type stuff, or maybe some wildly different things. So either like something Call of Cthulhu-y or something kind of I don't know, more post-apocalyptic. Because I do love post-apocalyptic stuff. Something set in a desert. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do fantasy. I don't know. I like fantasy, but I don't find it as engaging as science fiction or I don't know. Like the only fantasy I really like is I kind of like low fantasy more than high fantasy. So kind of like there isn't necessarily a big magical world. It's just sort of like some grim shit goes down in a dungeon, or like a small micro expression of that world. So there's like some evil thing in the woods, or you know, a witch involved. It's not kind of like crazy magical worlds. Post-apocalyptic Cthulhu. The city is starting to become LA. try something. So these are photo filters. These are really fun stuff to work with. And if you don't like them, there's always more kind of, there's a better way to do it too, which is you make a color balance layer. And the reason it's better is that you can do stuff like this. You can affect just the lights, or the shadows of the lights. So I can go make the shadows really kind of purpley, and then I can go to the highlights and make them really yellow, and it's going to bump up contrast severely, which isn't necessarily a good thing, but I can then like put this to like 10% or something, so it's less severe, or toy with it. Okay, cool. So I think I want to finish these. Actually, I'm going to work on the foreground a little bit. And I'm going to collapse all these layers. Bam. Save. What's up, Basari? And I need to look up some reference for pine trees, because that's how these things go. You'll notice I use reference a lot. I mean, a lot of this isn't reference because there's only so much you can reference, but I try to use reference as much as possible. Okay, so I've got this sort of shitty image of a pine tree. Good evening, Helbrectus. So I'm just sort of like painting in a foreground pine tree right now. These guys are going to need a little bit of love too. And I'm keeping it pretty loose right now. I'm just using a round brush, nothing too fancy. Can you expect more Warhammer 40k stuff in the future? Not really. I can't work on 40k stuff because I don't own the license to it. So, unfortunately, no. You can see other cool stuff, but it won't necessarily be 40k. You can also see sci-fi stuff that's sort of like 40k, but I can't do explicitly 40k stuff. I know, sad face. I know, I know. So hard. Much sadness. It's fine. Though I do have another piece lined up for contract work once this one's finished, which will be pretty sweet. Sid Meier's Civilization. Get it because there are pyramids? I used to play the shit out of Civilization. Civ 2, I think? I think it was Civ 2. Way back when in the day. Happy little pine tree. Also, rejoice. I have some more videos that I'll be uploading, or releasing today. They've already been uploaded. So you'll get to see the speed paints for Dark Machine Priest Solon if you were following that stream. What's up, Leo Sevd? Or Leo's EVD? Leo Sevd. I'm gonna go with that. Actually, that's gonna be my new thing, is I'll just pronounce as terribly as I can everyone's handles. I remember that happened. Back in the day, I used to I used to listen to the 40K radio podcast all the time back in the day. That's actually sort of how I... Some of you actually might remember me from that if you're watching. But I wasn't a member of it. I was just really active on the forums there. But besides the point, I remember the old host, Spencer, used to... Like, there's this one guy, and he'd mispronounce his username every time, and it wasn't even close to what it actually was, but that just ended up being his, like, username. Like, that's how he referred to him, and that's how people just talked about him, because it was so badly mispronounced. Okay, we have a real question. So when you use reference images for professional illustrations, do you use stock images only, or whatever you can find? Whatever you can find. But just don't copy. Use it for reference. Though, I don't know, it gets tricky, because, like, you can... Photo manips are sort of tricky. If you edit an image enough, it's not the original image anymore, and then it's yours. So, like, I don't know, it gets tricky. Like, I could probably find a tree line from a photo, import it, and use it, and be fine. But, like, I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. It's fine. Though I really want to just kind of shrink this composition. I feel like there's a lot of dead space here, and I don't want to deal with it, slash I feel like I'm not going to be able to add anything. Like, there's just this really nice sort of cutaway there, and I want to preserve that. Those glasses really suit you. You should wear them more often. I will actually not be wearing glasses ever again after next Friday because I'm having my eyes LASIK'd. That is why I'm wearing my glasses, because you have to not wear contacts for a certain amount of time. Dude, I wish I had Google Glasses. No joke, I would rock that shit. If I had Google Glasses, I'd be the poster child for that. Yeah, massive skate parks down there in front of the pyramids. Check out this fucking ollie, man. This ramp is insane. I think I was just gonna have some ships flying in. Just like huge flying ships. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I can't get my eyes lasered open. It's gonna be crazy. I hope it doesn't get messed up, because then I'll be screwed. As a visual artist, that would suck. That would be dicks. I like ships too. Ships are the best. Speaking of ships, I watched Das Boot last night. That was crazy. Also, whenever I see the captain in that movie, I always think of Duke Leto Atreides. So, sort of a weird mind fuck. I keep expecting him to be like to roll over and be like, the tooth, the tooth. Some obscure Dune reference. I think this audience might not recognize it, but whatevs. Will I put more ships along the shore? Or put more buildings along the shore? I might just have them kind of reach around. Reach around. But we'll see. I don't know. I probably should. Probably should. What am I working on today? What's up, Beth? Working on environment painting, a little nice landscape, some pyramids, no big deal. You know, guy stuff. Hey Nick, can you recommend a site to find good studies? What do you mean? Explain. Do you mean like statistical analysis of population and demographic? Or maybe income discrepancies between male and females? I'm gonna need a little bit more information. Did I really lose it? Oh, just kidding. It's called posespace.com. Check that out. It's really good. I would recommend that. Also, I mean, you can use Deviant Art. There's some people on there who do some quality stuff. Just because most. Did I just go offline? I hope not. Let's see if I'm still online. I think so. Whoa! 85 concurrent viewers. What? That's crazy. That's crazy. Holy shit. That can't be right. 85. No. No. Watching now, 85. Oh, God. I better be on my best behavior, because that's insane. Well, this is a historic moment in the Nick K live stream, because I've never had this many viewers at once. That's crazy talk. Holy hell. Wow. So, thank you, everybody. Crazy. I'm, like, a little bit flattered and embarrassed that you've been suffering through my ramblings, and there's 85 of you just sort of rolling your eyes and tapping on your wristwatches. Oh, God. Too much pressure. Oh, I'm gonna choke. I'm gonna choke. Oh, so I doubt the overlap's too big, but of the people watching this, is anyone here going to Gen Con? For those who don't know, Gen Con is like one of the largest traditional gaming and like wargaming, tabletop gaming cons in the world. Definitely in the States. Is anyone here going? Oh, thank you, Genotype. The reason I asked is I'll be there, and I'll be doing a seminar, though I'm not sure on what yet. Wow, 85 viewers. This is really blowing my freaking mind. I feel like this is some sort of glitch. Anyway, so I just did a lovely little beach. And some fields. 25 now. Did you guys see that drop? I'm gonna say it was a glitch. There's no way I had 85 and then 60 left all at once. Unless it's just like some collective supercomputer brain. Have you tried to put some animation using After Effects in your illustrations? No, because I don't know why I would. They are illustrations, so... I mean, sure, I could do a little thing at the end and animate like the smoke and make it look pretty, but... yeah. Anyway. I haven't, and it's really difficult. I'm sorry I haven't been releasing videos as much as I'd like to, and I'm sure as much as you guys would like to see them. I have been very busy lately, and I do need some mental health time to myself every once in a while. So, even though, like, you know, I don't know. Even though there technically is enough time in a day for me to get everything done, it's just too much. Okay, good. I feel like a little bit of pressure is relieved now that we have 25 viewers and not 85, because I'm just one man. Yeah, that was pretty shocking. Super cool glitch. Alright, so we've knocked in some of the planes really quickly, and that little beachfront property, which is nice. Very nice. I have 666 followers. I do! That's awesome. Bow before your lord. I ain't gonna hold my breath none. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's fine. I'm not really intimidated by having viewers. I've spoken before larger audiences in the past, and it's fine. But it was cool for a second to have that desperate hope. I'm like a man on the gallows, and I have that like crazy, I'm gonna make it, and then nope. I think the most viewers we ever had concurrently was 60, 70, maybe 50 or 60, 50, 60 or 70, somewhere in that range. And that was like, we were pulling all stops. I mean, I was bribing people to go get viewers. Not with money, but with, you know, feats of strength and might. Oh, this is always fun. So I'm always curious where people are logging in from. I am located in Seattle, Washington, so I am on the west coast of Los Estados Unidos, the United States of America. But let me know where you guys are watching from. The reason there are only 24 watchers is because of A, I'm not famous. I'm just a dude. B, I'm not the best out there. I'm just alright. C, time zones. A lot of my viewers are in Europe, and it's actually kind of late there for them. It's actually interesting. So I did one stream that was 8 hours long. So I sat on my computer for 8 hours and painted live, which was crazy. And I think I drank a lot during that too. I don't remember. But, so if I don't, I probably did if I don't remember. But, what was really interesting was that as the day went on, people would sign off. So people like, the farther east they were, they'd be like, all right, it's midnight, time to go to bed. And then like people in other time zones would wake up and start watching. Also, what's actually kind of interesting is if you watch, I think it's the Swedish Terminator's live stream, you can see the sun rise and set behind me over the course of a stream, which is terrifying. No one should sit in one place for that long. And I wasn't like located in the Arctic Circle or something where the day is, 30 minutes. I mean, it's sped up. But, yeah, that was crazy. You like my trees? Almost a different song. Oh, yeah, Daddy. Yeah, it's hard to get people on Twitch. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I announce it via Facebook and Google Plus and Twitter, but you have to be at your computer when that comes up. And then when I actually load Twitch, unless you're subscribed, you don't get a notification. So, and then people who actually are subscribed to me via Twitch don't always get notifications either. They'll like come in, they'll be like, "I just got the email. What the hell?" Oh, I just work here. I'm sorry. So like, yeah, right now it's mostly Europeans, and it seems like, I mean, we've a guy from Turkey, so welcome. But there's, you know, Canada, England, UK. Canada obviously is North America, not Europe. But it's starting to become that, you know, it's moving like into like Greenwich Mean Time right now, because this is when people are at home at night and they're just kind of chilling at their computers. You like my face? Thank you, Johnny Panda. I work hard on maintaining it. I don't know what that means. Whoa, look at the trees. Ready? Yep. Trees! You know, I like my face too. I wish people would recognize how great it is. It's a good face. Some birds. People want birds. Artist Media wants birds. We can do that. We can add birds. Birds are easy peasy. I don't even need a brush for that. I'll just go, BAM! Make some birds. I do think it's really funny though. I'll see a lot of paintings and people have birds in them, and you can tell that it's from like Darken's brush set or Deviant Art brush set, because it's the same fucking two birds every time. Pro tip: make your own bird brush or just draw birds. They're really not that hard to do, and it's just it denotes kind of novice status when I can tell exactly where you got your brushes from. Like, make your own, man. It's not hard. Anyway. Am I a wizard? No. Last time I checked. No, not a wizard. How does it feel drawing all day? I don't know. I guess it's better than other things. I used to draw for 12 hours a day. Now I only draw for 8 to 10. When I was freelancing full-time, my schedule was a lot more brutal. Like, brutal as fuck. Like, I worked 7 days a week, and I worked for about 12 hours a day, every day. It was crazy time. But I was happy. I mean, I'm happy now still, but that was literally drawing all day. Oh yeah. Oh, I've worked some bad jobs, man. It's definitely better than being in a call center. I can't even imagine that. I think I would just. I used to work at a restaurant. That sucked. It really sucked. Yeah. I was the host at a restaurant, and my job was to deal with the drunk, entitled people, because it was a very expensive restaurant. So we had to be very accommodating, shall we say, with our clientele. And because of that, or I guess not really because of it, but they were sometimes. Oh man, no, my tips were awful. I made $5 an hour, and my tips brought me back up to the legal minimum wage. That's it. Yeah, no, it was no bueno. What keeps you inspired when you're in a creative rut? Oh, that's a good question. I mean, this is gonna sound really stupid, but I don't. I work professionally uh, as an artist, and we don't have the luxury to be in a creative rut. Um, I have deadlines. I have a job to worry about. If I don't finish something on time at work, we can't produce it in time, which means the company will suffer and we don't make money. So there isn't time to get into creative ruts. It's just sort of like damage control all the time. Gotta get it done because we need it for X convention, or we want to have this in time so that when the book is released, the models are ready, type of a thing, or we need illustrations for the book, and the book is being released on this date, and that's a hard deadline, so do it. Like, there's no, I don't know. I never really had the problem with creative ruts. For me, it's all just kind of like it's just machine work. I don't have the ability to do that. Um, what's the phrase? Moods are for love playing cattle. For cattle and love play. Yes. That's a great Dune quote. So, anyway. Sorry, it's probably not what you wanted to hear. However, I mean, like, there's stuff, I don't know, like, I watch a lot of movies, I listen to a lot of music, I have a very active imagination, so those all help me stay inspired. I look at other people's art, that helps too. Oh. Oh, Math Jorgensen. That's okay. I'll catch you later. We're only going to be going for, I don't know, about an hour anyway. An hour more. Actually, I want to see that. Right-click the stream, settings, enable hardware acceleration, close. I want to try it too. I want to pretend like I'm part of that. Anyway, any more questions? Anyone got any more questions? Questions of the art related variety? Or not, that's fine too. But anyway, yeah, fear is a very good motivator. If you are freelancing full-time, you really don't have time to have a creative rut because you're screwed. Like, do you want to pay your rent? Do you want to eat that month? And, I mean, like, if you have a family, ooh. I was always just looking out for myself or, you know, my significant other or whoever. But if you got kids... Also, I had a really bad, frustrating day job when I first started freelancing. And I remember I would look... It was sort of like running down a tunnel and there's like a monster chasing you and you're like, I can't afford to stop because if I do, the results, the punishment is so severe that it's not even something I can opine. I can't even think about. Nick, have you been depressed where you didn't want to draw at all? Oh, absolutely. But then I look at my contracts and I realize what the implications will be if I don't, and I just kind of suck it up, for lack of a better word. Have you tried to do spit paints? Not really. I mean, yes, in the sense that I do them all the time at work for silhouettes. No, in the sense that I don't really show people those outside of work because those are more developmental tools than anything else. What's your least favorite scene subject to paint? Oh man, I hate doing scenes with like pyramids and trees and like a lake. Fucking hate it. Oh, I'm just kidding. My least favorite things? I don't know. I don't know. I've been pretty lucky. I don't really have to paint things I don't like that much. I guess I kind of hate like really busy scenes just because time. But I don't know. Like, remember, I'm a concept artist during the day, so I'm pretty much working on like single characters or, you know, a monster or a warjack or something or a war beast. I'm not really working on like full rendered paintings anymore like I used to. But yeah, I don't know. I like things that are. It's not things that I don't like. It's things that I prefer. Like, I really like painting monsters. I really like painting scary things and like dark things. So like if I had to choose between drawing a pretty princess and drawing you know, the reanimated corpse of a pretty princess, then I'd probably choose the reanimated corpse. Yay, trees! You guys like my trees? My trees! I like monsters. I like totals. Yeah, I like painting monsters. I like painting things that make you feel uncomfortable. Which is funny because I don't really paint that much stuff like that. I usually paint like warriors or space marines or, you know, heroes. Which is kind of why I want to do my own graphic novel or something along those lines where I just have freedom to do whatever I want. Okay. I kind of want to do like the trees going down into the valley, but I don't know. Oh. I don't know. Whoa! Another goofy question. Impossible. What is the question you are asked repeatedly at an expo con that you wish people would just stop asking you, and why? Um, I don't know. I don't get asked that many repeating questions at cons or expos. The question I get asked the most, which I wish people would just look at the video description, is what program or hardware I'm using, because that I have all explicitly covered, and that's annoying because I'm like, just read it, man. Like, I write it for a reason. Just freaking read it. But I don't know. Like, that doesn't really. I don't really get asked that at cons. I mean, I guess it's annoying when people ask me how I got to be so handsome all the time, because what do you say after the 100th time? I'm kidding, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know if there is a question that really annoys me that much. People generally ask how I got into freelancing, which I don't mind explaining. People ask, you know, who have I worked for, how long have I been doing it, and those are all fine, dandy questions. They don't really bother me. Nick, do you prefer traditional or digital painting for personal work? Digital. I don't like doing traditional paintings. They're a pain in the ass, and I don't have the materials, nor do I want the materials to do them. I'm not a fan. It's too much of a pain. Yeah, they're expensive. I mean, and it's like, I don't know, there is an element of danger. Some of those chemicals are not nice. Um, and you know, if I mess up or the materials get destroyed, like that's it. There's no saved file or backup, and I rarely have to buy new stuff for my computer regarding digital painting. So it's not like, I mean, yes, nibs do run out eventually, but it's not the same rate, or you know, whatever. It's not like, oh man, I painted for 10 paintings. I gotta get some, like, you know, new brushes and new paints. Like, no, they last longer than that. Sure. Uh, Give me your most favorite factoid about color theory that may just blow your mind. Uh, I don't know. Color factoid about color theory. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I think it's gonna blow your mind. I mean, color theory is really interesting because it's just practical. Like, I mean, you increase contrast by doing X, and you know, doing Y has this effect and whatnot. But I guess it's, I don't know. You can create contrast without using black and white. You can do an entire painting without ever using black and white. Stuff like that. I don't know if that's gonna be blow your mind though, but. Don't like that. Alright, okay, so I guess I meant to describe the light bulb moment that changed the way you painted back when you were studying art. I don't know, man. I mean, I think my most mind-blowing moments were probably reading Color and Light by James Gurney, because I think that's when I started really thinking about art in terms of 3D shapes in a space with light being projected at them. And that's when I started understanding like direct light sources and bounce light and stuff like that, which I hadn't really thought of before. And that was really kind of like, whoa. I didn't, I mean, I never thought about that stuff before, and that was mind blowing and, really just. But that'd probably be it. I don't. A lot of it's sort of just procedural for me. Nope. Bam. I'm gonna try something. Cool. See, now I got a little floating ship. The thing is, I don't know if I like that color. Good thing I've got this. No problem, man. Alright, so we're going to do a fun little... I don't know how I feel about that little fleet. I don't know what you're talking about, Triage. It might be. Oh, I play tons of games, son. You mean video games, board games, card games, what? Ah, what's my greatest inspiration? Cash dollars. Not really, but I do tend to be kind of mercenary as far as my views on art go. For me, it's all business. I mean, but I don't know. Like I love movies. I love video games. I love other games I've played. I have a huge love for miniature games. I think it's killing me, but I really think this composition would be better if I just moved all the trees up. So if I went, I think it would be better. But I'll talk to my client about it. How often do you do personal works? Never. Seriously, never. I don't remember the last piece I did. I know, but personal works don't really pay, and I've got people waiting for work all the time, so it's tough to say no. What's my favorite game? Video game wise, probably XCOM. I freaking love XCOM. I've been playing that when I have a chance. I love it so much. I just got Enemy Within, so I've been trying to play that for a bit when I have time, which is rarely, but still. Does it happen often to do jobs not related to what you enjoy? I mean, the trick is to have a portfolio of things that you like to do, so that way you'll get hired to do those things more frequently, and that way it's not as difficult to get the work you like. But sometimes, yeah, I don't always enjoy everything I do. I mean, I enjoy it from a challenge or creative perspective, but it's not my favorite subject matter. Ooh, what's my favorite Horus Heresy book? Probably Legion. Yeah, probably Legion. What the hell? There we go. Thanks. I'm actually only going to be doing this for about 18 more minutes. And then I've got other crap to take care of. But it's getting there. What do I hate most in the whole world? Oh. Um. I don't know. That's none of your business, mister. Wow. Where did you get the most jobs when you first started? Wait, hold on. Where did you get the most jobs when you were first starting? Like, what site has been most useful to you? Oh, my Pride Portfolio site. 100%. I mean, I used to get, like, small stuff off of Deviant Art, but if you want to get real work, you have to have your own website. Also, just from a professional standpoint, it doesn't look good if DeviantArt's your portfolio site. You should really have your own site that's your name, your art, your contact information. There shouldn't be ads for T Fury on the side or, brony pics surrounding your stuff and the daily deviations. Like, no offense to DeviantArt or bronies, but like that's not really, and that's not going to get you work. What do I like most in the whole world? um, Jeez, I don't know. Prosperity, free speech. Hope. Frozen yogurt. Say boobs. Say bacon. Oh. Let it all out. These are the things I could do without. Come on. Yes, I'm listening to Shout. Little Tears for Fears. Shout, shout, let it all out. Alright, anyway. What was the biggest mistake you made starting as a freelancer? Contracts. How to formulate contracts and protect myself. Would probably be the biggest thing. Yeah. Making sure I mean, you can only get so airtight with a contract, but you want to get as airtight as possible. Like, you want to protect yourself to the max so you don't get screwed. Come on. To ask half of what? Okay, hold on. To ask half a front and then kind of stuff you just. Oh, half up front. No, it's there are more stipulations than that. Like, you have to make sure that they're of legal age to sign the contract, or they're committing fraud. You have to get their mailing address in case you need to send them legal letters. You need to have a phone number. You need to stipulate who owns the image, who, you know, is it going to be, are you licensing the image to them, or do they own all rights to it in perpetuity? If it's not in perpetuity, what are the terms? Is it a number of years that they own the image or can license the image? Do they pay you royalties for usage? Is it a exclusive contract, as in, can you sell the image to somebody else? Stuff like that you wouldn't think of. You actually have to understand how to do. And they are very important to understand, because that's how you get screwed. What's my favorite movie genre? I don't know. I like sci-fi a lot. I like psychological thrillers. Is there a quick way to make these perspective grids? Yes. You should Google Carapace. It's a program that's free from Epic Games. Ow. Elbow. Okay, I think that's it for today. So we got a lot of progress done. I think this will probably be done next time, because it's starting to get to the point where it's getting pretty close. Anyway, thanks for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Um, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe and like. If you're watching this on Twitch, make sure to favorite or whatever the comparable term is. Also, if you haven't already, please follow my Facebook page, which is Nicholas K. And if you'd like to receive free critique or provide critique, check out my new page, which is called Critical Hit. It's also on Facebook. You should have no problem finding it if you do a search. Until next time, I'll see you guys later, and yeah, have a great rest of your weekend. Bye.